Alright, this is pretty much a continuation of Polar's Minecraft Adventures, except now, excuse me while I slide my laptop, except now, I'm actually on a server, so that's my server, and no, you will not get the IP. It is a private server that me and my two friends use because we're awesome and we don't need to go on to other servers and deal with all that bullcrap. I don't know what bullcrap, but you know how it is. Nobody's on right now except me because I'm a loner, just hanging out by myself. This village we actually spawned right into, so it's like, holy crap, how lucky. This is gonna be my house. Actually, it is my house. I'm building onto it. This is the blacksmith house. Here's my reed. Whoa, here's my reed farm. Of course, I did not have to say that because you can see that they are in fact reeds. Ugh, anyway, yeah. So we've been in the process of. Well, actually, our world recently crashed. We had this epic world I would consider to be epic. Actually, it was pretty much this. It was another village that they found. Actually, that my friend found. Retro Cookies. He found it. And I actually there was like a house that looked like one of those down there, except it didn't have this like addition, something, whatever you call it, add something on the back. It had like a little fenced-in area, and there was this, and they were like, here was it, here was my house, and here was his over here. So this little church, whatever, I think it's supposed to be a church, ended up turning it into this giant awesome house, and then the world got corrupted because my server computer froze. But, well, it just, that happens. So we dealt with it as only you can do when your server gets corrupted. You just keep on going and restart. Giant mushroom. I kind of wish people were on right now, but yeah. Here's our village. There's all these little huts. I guess you'd call them huts. I would call them huts. Interesting. Yeah, where's the? That's not the one. We have like a. Oh yes, the community stone shed. Take only what you need. Well, now it's actually like the stone shed and. Like what do you call it? A food cupboard or whatever. So, this is why I hate panes. One of the reasons why I hate pane glass, because it should connect to a door. I don't care. It just should. It just should. Anyway. And if you come up back of the stone shed, you have the quarry, which is actually pretty lackluster. It's just a slit in the ground. While these trees have all grown up, all of a sudden, poof. Well, not all of a sudden, they actually do it over an amount of time. So, and now I'm back to my house. Yeah. Right now, it's actually pretty lame. I actually could be working in the mines. Enderman skin. Or not the mines. They're actually. Well, actually, we've had two worlds previous to this one. Previous to this one, can you say that? I don't know. We've had two worlds before this one, at least. If I get down there. And the one before that ended up not being... Well, my Retro Cookies, he actually had found like an awesome seed that he used for a single player that had an awesome mine that he found like, I don't know, 40 diamonds in. And he tried to... He gave me the seed that I was gonna use for the new server world, and it turned out that mine wasn't there on the seed, the same exact level and everything. Disappointing. So yeah, we decided. Well, after trying to rebuild my house, my awesome house from pictures, screenshots that I had taken, I was like, this is bullcrap. He kept dying. He lost a bunch of crap. I was like, you know what? Let's just start all completely over. Just completely start. Yeah, you know what I mean. So we did, and wow, village, poof. So luckily, we have pretty much pre-made shelters, even though they're not very good. Prefab 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 housing. I have yet to find anything useful in this quarry but cobblestone, which is useful, don't get me wrong. But we need to find a buttload of, or buttloads, more than one buttload of iron and coal. That's what we really need. The first map, I had I found this awesome lava. There's a ravine way down to, where I was standing at the top of the ravine, it was 30 blocks above the last level of bedrock, of course, you know. And it was like this giant, like, lava river in the bottom of a ravine. And I was going to go back there because I ended up leaving because we had been in that mine for, like, I don't know, like, an in-game week collecting things. And there's this awesome abandoned mine shaft that we were in, or mine shafts. 20,000 poison spider spawners that we took care of, and ugh, it was ridiculous. But at least I found all that stuff, and now it's gone. I was pretty upset after I thought of that. It was like that awesome ravine. Why? Why? Why is this? What is this? What's up with this? Why? I think it's animals. It's gotta be animals, but there's no animals. I have not seen one since I started filming. Or recording. Filming seems kind of like I got the big camera on my shoulder there. It's lonely around here without anybody else on. This village is lonely, I'm not gonna lie. I get this like really lonely vibe when we're playing. Doesn't matter. My other two friends hop on and we're like, ugh. That tends to happen after your world gets deleted and then you get to a new world and it's just not the same, you know what I mean? It's not the same. So the old village, which is only actually 3 because my other friend, Fearful Darklink, he hopped on later after me and Retro Cookies had kind of established ourselves, got the farm going. We named it Pickleville. It was actually a joke. He decided to call it, well, he didn't decide, but he kind of jokingly called it Pickleville, so I was like, hey, I'll run with it. And to sound optimistic, I said, welcome to New Pickleville. The old one was poopy anyway. It's a lie. So yeah, that's all for today, I think. There's really nothing exciting to be filming right now. Other than the giant, we had one morning, one in-game morning that is. Well, see, because I keep having nightmares in my house. I have no idea why. It's perfectly lit, doors closed. That's my bed. This is Retro Cookie's house. So he decided one night that we was gonna have a sleepover. I was like, well, that's pretty awesome. It's an awesome idea. So I just chopped up my bed and brought it over here. And then I walked out the door like this, and there's a creeper like right there, literally. And I came out and it was like, and I was dead. Oh no, I went over here a little bit and I was dead. It blew up the corner. So then I respawned in there. I was like, what the crap? So then I came out, and I turned around and looked, and there was one coming through that fence. So we were like both outside at this point. And he's like, oh, run! And I was like, ah! So I ran all the way over here, and then this fence wasn't here, so I kept running. And like over there must have been 5 creepers, and they all came at me. So I went out into the water, and I was like punching it. I was like, no, get away from me! And then they blew up anyway. And I died, so I respawned back in here, came out and got blown up one more time in the same corner over here. And it was really messed up. That was before I installed the creeper. I don't know. It rolls back, slowly rolls back creeper explosions, which is pretty useful. Yep. Actually, if somebody is watching this and they do want to come onto the server, I just have to tell you a few things. It's not 24/7. Everybody usually gets pretty good connection. We don't usually get a whole lot of lag. At least I don't, because I'm in the same house as the server, but everybody else doesn't. Once in a while, we'll get a lag spike, and I don't know why, but so it's not 24/7. During the week, I usually get home from school at around 3:30, and that's when it usually comes on. I go to bed at 10. That's when it goes off because the electric bill is bad enough, and I gotta fix this, and I do not want to make it worse. Suck up all the energy.